Okay, so we're going to make a ring for under $5 of tools, and I'll show you what I've got. I've got from the second-hand shop, I've got 50 cents rusty old scissors, 50 cents for a file, and I had to put an old tree branch on as a handle. 50 cents pair of pliers. I've added some elastic band tightly around these pliers, so they're not only just used for manipulating and bending the metals, but you can also use very important to need a clamp, a vise, to keep things in place when you're soldering. So that's quite secure vise for holding the ring tightly when I'm doing the soldering. I have a prod made from a pen, an empty pen and a nail, and I just heated it up and squashed it into place for prodding and moving things around while I'm manufacturing the ring. And the lighter cost me 50 cents, but the ignition's not working, so I'm having to use another lighter to ignite it. But that's all I'll be using for doing all the soldering and the manufacturing of the ring. And the flux for the helping the solder flow was made from pine resin and some alcohol. And then you need solder, so you need 50% brass and 50% silver. This spoon cost me $2 from the second-hand shop. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to be making a diamond ring. So I'm substituting that silver for gold. And I'm using an old gold wedding ring and a diamond. So that's just to show you that you can do this all with silver, scrap piece of silver and tools, all for under $5 you can make a ring. Exactly the same process, except for I'm just doing it in gold with a diamond and a piece of 800 sandpaper and some material for the final buffing of the ring. Okay, to make the diamond gold ring now. First of all, here's my gold ring. I will need to cut that first. Down the middle. And right, there's the band, the ring band. I must cut the bezel and the claws out of the remaining gold. I will now make the gold solder from a 1-cent American coin, which is zinc, 99% zinc inside, or 97%, a little piece of scrap gold, and a small piece of scrap silver, and a small piece of brass, scrap brass. So first of all I'll cut the solder, the gold, A little bit of brass. You've got to cut the right percentage. Not too much. A small piece of zinc. Small piece of zinc. And a piece of silver. There we go. This is just rough. I mean, ordinarily I do a bit more accurate measurements, but it's just for demonstration purpose. Here's the zinc that will be added last. A little bit of flux. And away we go. And when it's all nice and hot and molten, you need to flatten it like so. That will make it more easy to cut. This is the bezel for the diamond. Tiny bit of gold solder. A little bit of flux. And here's the gold solder. A little bit of flux, just a little bit, diamond setting. Right. That's it. And then with a bit of practice, you can progress to something like this. Just cost a few dollars more. And make jewellery like this. And the thylacine, better known as the Tasmanian tiger.